Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today is Tuesday, September the 9th of 2025, and I just can't believe how fast this year is going. But I've got just a kind of a quick shopping haul from the last couple of days. So I was shopping with my girls over the weekend. So I went to Dollar Tree. I'm trying to organize my papers. Like now that I'm taking over for the nursery, there's personal papers and like people, you know, like just papers with names and emails and phone numbers, things like that. So I was looking for one of those file folders that I could keep here in my living room on my computer desk, but I couldn't find anything that looked good. So I found these from the Dollar Tree. So they, you know, I can keep, you know, personal information of other people kind of safe in my house, but accessible and I can see it. So got these cases. They actually fit perfectly under the little tray I have sitting here. So I went with a pink one and a purple one. I do have one of these already. I think I got a light pink one. I'm not sure. So these were $1.75 each. Yes, $1.75 each. So I bought two of them. So the total was $3.50 and then 18 cents for GST. Rounding for pennies here, it was $3.70 for the two little containers. I went with two because I can fit them easily underneath the little tray here this way. Also, if they don't work here, I can take them to my craft room. I think they'll be perfect for some of my loose little stickers and things too. Okay, and then I was at Dollarama. I was cleaning my stove, and when my daughter was and me were she got the new dresser, and we had to remove all the old stain to put the new stain on, and we broke two of the scrapers. So we broke the blades, and I could not find my replacement blades. So I just went back to the Dollarama. For $2.50, you get a new handle and a bunch of new blades. And it will also have the instructions on how to install it because I don't remember how to put the new things together. Huh. It says you can do stuff with the handles. What? Okay, see that I did not know. You're supposed to load the blade by taking the handle completely apart. I've never done that. I've always tried to slip the blades back in up here. See, it's important to read the instructions. Okay, it's going to make it so much easier to replace the blades now that I know the proper way to do it. So it was $2.50. And then I found these acrylics. I thought they're perfect for fall. So you've got like there's like the taupey burgundies. So you kind of get this like mushroomy kind of a gray, a nice little khaki brown, I don't know, kind of like I don't know what color that would be. I'm not quite sure. It's almost like an orangey brown, beige. I'm not sure. And then a nice like a deep burgundy. And I saw these are perfect for fall. They're the perfect size. Like, you know, they're not too long. They're not too short. They're long enough where I may not have to trim my nails as much, but they are short enough where I can wear these in the nursery and not worry about extra long nails scratching little kids. And these were $3. And I'm just reading, yes, the glue is included in these. I never care about the glue because I usually buy my glue separate. I like the brush-on glue versus the little drops of glue, I guess. So that was $3. I thought that was a good deal. And then I always look at cookbooks. So when I talked to my daughter, we were walking down by the books. I said, I have to look for the new cookbooks. It's just something I always do. And the lady working there's like, oh, you're looking for a cookbook. She's like, I've got a brand new box. She hasn't even opened it yet. She's like, I don't know what's in it. She sliced it open, and me and my daughter got to be the first ones to go through the box. And the first cookbook we grabbed that we saw sitting there was Jurassic World. There was only one of these in the entire box that we went through. So I grabbed this one. So, 1 second. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, so there's only one Jurassic World cookbook in the entire box, so I had to grab this one. And there was 2 or 3 of the Pokemon one, so I grabbed the one Pokemon. The rest of the box was the Avengers something. I'm not really into Marvel, and the recipes in that one just seem so basic. I don't know, it wasn't like it was tailored to any one specific hero. It was their Avengers Academy. So everything was just so very generic and no real, you know, like names like this is Pokemon. So you got like the different meals or different desserts and things will actually have like the faces of the Pokemons, which I kind of like. Let's see, I'm gonna find. There was one I saw that I'm like, oh, I have to make that one. This one here I thought would be interesting. Purple cauliflower soup. So like I said, there's just, it's different recipes. I'm like, well, who doesn't eat ramen? Like, you know. And so, oh, this one too. I thought the rice bowls would look like that Pokemon character, Pancham. Little panda bear. That was cute. And then even the Jurassic World one, you know, I mean, you can see like the cookies look like, you know, dinosaur prints on them. So stuff like these are the types of cookbooks I prefer. Something that's gonna look like something. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Let's see. Like this one here is called a fossil dig pudding. So then you've got like chunks of, what is it they make the fossils out of? Yeah, so you're making your fossils out of white chocolate to make it look like bones. Then you got to dig through the pudding to find the, you know, kind of stuff like that. That sounds interesting. Yeah, of course, that was the Dino Track shortbread cookies. Like this one here, the dinosaur birthday cake. So it shows you how to make your cakes and how to cut and assemble and decorate, so you kind of get that dinosaur kind of a look to it. Things like that. I like these type of cookbooks. They're like very creative. Like this one here, this is Amber Lollipop. So you've got your lollipops, but you're making it to look like there's bugs inside. Marshmallow egg surprises. So it's just, it looks like it's Rice Krispie treats, but you surround it with dinosaur candies. Stuff like that. I'm like, see, I like these type of cookbooks that kind of, you know, show you things. And of course it's got stuff about the different dinosaurs too. So the cookbooks are between $4 and $5. Just gotta find my receipt. So yeah, these cookbooks were both $5. So these ones here, I kind of like to go with ones that are more themed, that have stuff in them. Like this one doesn't really have a lot of dinosaur themed stuff, but it has information about various dinosaurs, which I find fun to read anyways. And this one, of course, is just Pokemon. I'm not really big into Pokemon. Not really, not right now. But Pokemon's been around for so long, it's kind of like, you know, kind of had to get it. My kids grew up with Pokemon. So I thought that was a fun cookbook for my kids to kind of read when they come here, or look through and figure out if they'd like to make any of the recipes. Yeah, so my total for this was $15.50, 78 cents for GST. Rounding for pennies, my total was $16.30. And then I was out shopping, so I was with my girls, and so we went to a couple different Starbucks, of course. So I saw this one here with the bananas. Now, I've been at the university with my daughter a lot in the last couple of weeks, excuse me, And there is a Starbucks and a Tim Hortons on campus. So the Tim's was closed. That's fine. I didn't care. The Tim's was closed. I like Starbucks. So we went to the Starbucks and they had these ones, but they're like nearly $40 for this. And then I was one night with my daughter. We picked her up from, We picked her up from work and we decided to, treat her out to Starbucks. And so it's got the sticker on here, so I'll do this in a second. So the regular price is $34.95 Canadian. It's only $24.95 American. So we paid $10 more for this mug. But it was in their clear out section, and so it was $14.99 in their clear out. But I cashed in 400 stars and I got it for free. Now it's funny because I've never seen the banana one anywhere except on the campus, and every time we went there and I kept telling stars, I want that one, I want that one, but I'm not paying like $40 for it. I gotta wait. But I've never seen any other store. And then I was with my daughter and we went to the location I haven't been to for a little while, and they had a whole bunch of reduced ones, and they only had one like this, and I've never seen this except the one on campus. So I don't know, they happen to have one somehow on clearance. So when it's under $20, you cash in your stars. So I cashed in my stars and I got the banana Starbucks cup. And then of course it's almost Thanksgiving. So while I was at the other Starbucks with my husband, was I with my husband? Or no, I still with my other daughter. I think. Who was I with when I got this? I don't remember now, because I remember being at the Starbucks and looking at the coffee with my husband one night too. So now I don't remember. But anyway, so it's the 2025 Thanksgiving blend, and it's the notes of candied pecans and sage. And I cashed in 300 stars and I got this for free. The regular price is $19.99, and it is a full pound of whole beans. They will blend it for you if you want to. I say no. I like to blend my beans as I'm about to use them. So it is nice to note they do offer that. If you need them ground, they can grind them right there while you wait. So those were free, kind of. And then I was out yesterday. This is going to be the fun stuff. I was out shopping yesterday with my mom, my sister, and my sister-in-law. My brother and his wife are expecting their first baby in about February, so just fun for the four of us to take her baby shopping. So we went to Value Village. Now, I did not buy baby items, but we're just looking around. Just move my receipts here so I don't drop anything. So I found some books. So this one here is the cross-stitching book, so $1.99. 1994 copyright. So it is, it's an older book, but I don't care. Like, these are good books. They don't really, expire, whatever. So in 1994, the book was $8.99. I don't know what it'd be today to buy these books, because I usually just go get them secondhand. I've always just got them secondhand under $3 a book. And it's got this really pretty one. Where is it? Which one was it that I really saw that I'm like, oh, I have to make that one? No, I'm not gonna. See, that's the same one. Why are they showing the same pictures? Okay, I guess it was kind of like this one here with the archway. There was another one. I don't know. Unless it was the other book and I didn't get it because they wanted more for it. Yeah, so these are a little bit complicated. Now what I like is they do say if you're buying their floss from this, from whatever, the colors, the number that you need, which I kind of like that idea. Because then I can make these, but I usually use these saying, okay, so if it's supposed to be like a red, well then what reds do I have? What greens do I have? I don't always go and get the exact specific shades for all of this stuff. But this one's called Secret Garden, so there's, this is the floss conversion chart, and then it gets right into this. Now these do look very, very complicated and detailed. which is why I've never done one this big. I've got books that have these big ones in it. I'm still working on just the small ones, trying to do the small ones without making a mistake, because easy to fix if you're just doing a small little one that's like it's like an 8x8 versus these big ones that I'm not sure how size, but you can see they've got them framed. So I don't know the exact size that these would be. But the different patterns in this one is called Water Garden, Beyond the Garden Gate, Garden Pond, the Gazebo, Rose Trellis, Cherub's Garden, and then it even has the last few pages has the basic cross stitch instructions, which I do find if I haven't done cross stitching for a while, I will sit down and just read over. That's because sometimes I might just, if I've been making a lot of cross stitch lately, but when I hadn't done it for quite a few years, I find just reading this over or just rereading this over just before I start a project just kind of gets me to remember, all right, how many strands of floss do you need per thing? Because when I was first making them, I didn't know you took the floss apart into the different strands. So there's 6 or 8 strands come on a thing, I forget. And so I would be making all my cross stitching things with the full chunk of floss, and I would always run out, and it would be so thick and bulky, and I could never figure out why my stuff always looked so thick and bulky until I realized you're supposed to take the floss apart and use how many strands it says to do. So I just thought this was nice. So $2 for that. And then I did find this one. I thought I had my receipt. Oh, there's my receipt. Okay, and this one here is the fringe beading. So this is what seed and bugle beads. So I just thought that was cute. Again, it was $1.99. I haven't done too much of the sea beads like this where it dangles. I'd like to learn to do that, like the nice choker collar things with they get nice V's and you get like the V-neck kind of thing and all the beads hanging down. And so it's got the different patterns on here. And of course it has your basic tips on how to use the different looms. And I did recently buy myself the beading loom. So I thought, oh, okay, cool. I can like, really figure out how to do some of these nice collar necklaces. I guess earrings, whatever you want to make, turn them into. Now, I don't know how old this book is, but I will say the staples have rusted, so it gives an indication of how old this book could be. I'm just going to see if I can find. So somebody paid $5.45 from a craft hobby store. And I'm trying to remember, where is the year? Oh, 1991. Now, I mean, I changed out the colors and the patterns a bit, like, the colors, but it gives me the basic ideas on how to do the patterns. So I just thought that's going to be fun to, learn how to do. So these books were $1.99 each, and then so it's like $4, and then 20 cents GST, so it was like $4.20. And now we get to go to the last one. Just set these over here, or I'm going to knock everything on the floor. These are just old receipts that were also just in my purse while I was trying to find the new receipts. Just get those out of my way. This is, okay, let's see, one of those receipts goes over there. Okay, so our last place we went to was Missions Thrift Store. And let's see, this is going to be tricky. I'm going to start with, I'm going to take a couple of this stuff out so I don't break this glass dish. So I will start with, like I said, I'm not really big into Pokemon. I bought the cookbook and then I came across this belt. And so you can see, and it's, okay, there, it's got like the seatbelt style buckle. And it's by buckle down, so it's got all this. Just the buckle has all that rating, and then it's got here, and this was from 2013. So It's an older belt. I don't care. I know the store where I live that sells these. It's Spencer's Gifts sells these, and they range between $50 to $60 a belt like this. So I got it for $5. I already took the price off. It's so funny. I was sitting in my sister's car in her back seat, and I'm buckled in, and I'm trying to put this on while she's driving. And then I get out of the car, and I missed a loop, and then I had this all twisted behind me. But I said I thought I did a really good job getting this on buckled in the back seat of the car, because I was determined to put it on and to wear it yesterday. And then I found this dish here. It's a nice older pattern dish. I believe that this is pewter lined, or whatever, pewter, what's it called? Inlaid? Or it could be silver. My mom thought it was silver. I think it might be pewter. So I've got some that looks just like this, and the ones I have are pewter. It could be silver. It doesn't matter. I don't care if it's silver or pewter, but it's a nice tray. And it was only $3.50. So I'm going to get this. I'm going to take this off. And I really don't like when they put the price tags right here. I was trying to peel, I did kind of peel this off because I want to make sure it wasn't going to peel this off. They should have put the price tag on the back, on the solid glass, not on the part that's got the silver inlaid. Because I've had a few that I've done this to, and I've peeled stuff off. I had a nice Japanese bowl, and I peeled the sticker off, and I peeled some of the coating off because they put it on the front instead of the back. And I did tell them a few times when I see these at thrift stores, and I say, you know, you should really put the stickers on the back side where it's right on the glass. I understand if you put it here, people can see the price. They don't have to pick it up and touch it. But when somebody buys it and they go to take the sticker off, it could damage the finish. Okay, I'm just going to set this over here. And then I needed a couple hand towels. So I thought, I'm there, might as well look for hand towels. I found two nice red hand towels. They are $2 each. And they actually have a name. I'm just going to find the tag. Paderno, I think that's how you say that. Anyway, so there's two of them. They're really nice. They look brand new. I mean, you find them at the secondhand store, and the labels look like that. I don't see any damage. I mean, they did cut this tag here off. I occasionally cut some of these tags off the towels and things too, just because they do get annoying, you know, the washing instructions, so that I don't mind. But it's when they cut the actual labels, like the names off, that's a little bit different. But I'm not really somebody who's big into labels. Yeah, so yeah, this one too is the same brand. It's really interesting finding, you know, like, you know, I need two hand towels, and I found two hand towels that are darker than the ones I have, and they have, like, you know, a good name on them. So I guess it's $2 as well. So I got two of those. And of course the glass dish was wrapped in that. So. And then I do always look at board games. So I'm going to be careful holding this, just because I'll move my camera down. This is the Clue game, $4.50, and it was from 86, and I do have it open because I was at my mom's last night showing everybody, and I did open it, and all the pieces are here. It's going to be a little tricky, but you can see there's the board. It's in really good condition. You know, like the little sheet here, all of them. Normally what we do when we play games like this is they're not all, when I play with my kids, we don't use these sheets. We just keep this out, and everybody gets like a notebook and a pen, and then they can just write out whatever game we're playing. You don't need to, you know, to use one of these sheets every time. And it even still has its little envelope, which, you know, I always find amazing when these actually have all the pieces. I did count, and it's got all the cards. So it's the subject, weapons, and rooms. So it has the 6 subjects, 6 weapons, and all 9 rooms. It has your 6 color coordinating pieces for all your characters. It has 1 dice. Now, I don't know if this game is supposed to have 1 dice or 2 dice. I will read that, but, you know, it has a dice. It has 4 little mini pencils, which I say, you know, like the fact that it has 4 pencils is actually kind of interesting. Most of the times, these type of games, I don't expect any pencils. And most importantly, it has all 6 weapons. So the candlestick, wrench, rope, dagger, gun, and lead pipe. So $4.50, and everything is here. Just gotta double check how many dice are you supposed to have. No, just 1 dice. Okay, so that's the other one. That's the only thing I had to just double check. Because some of these games you need 1 dice, some you need 2. I can never remember. So it has the 1 dice. So everything is here for $4.50. And then, let's see. Stack of vinyls. I'm just going to grab this crafting stuff out first. So I found this brand new unopened. These are the rub-on transfers. I got it for $1. Somebody bought it for $3.25. But I just thought I don't really do the rub-on transfers. They're hard to find. So if I ever find them, I grab them. And then I found these embellishments. This was also $1. So these little heart stickers. So you get 4 of the small ones and 3 of the large ones. And I'm like, that's perfect for Valentine's, when I make my husband a card for Valentine's or for our anniversary. Or I guess I could make it at just about any time. You need little hearts. That'd be kind of fun. Found this one decal. And it is the Flash. Probably can't really see it because it is white. But this was $1. And Flash is not my favorite superhero, but he is DC, so I'm actually DC. So I like the DC characters best. And I'm trying to see if I can angle it. I don't think so, but that's his symbol, the lightning bolt. Then I found some of these fall stickers, little leaves. And this was also $1. And I found another one of these, My Word, the Word chipboard album. And this one says, well, I love you. Well, so, you know, I and then heart you. I like these. I've got a couple of them, and I haven't done anything, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to make, you know, it's supposed to be photo album, but to make, you know, my junk journal type stuff, just kind of add to some of them. And this was $1. It's hard to angle now that I moved my camera down. I gotta move it back up so I got room here. So that was $1. And then I found this maple grilling plank. Compliments, so that's like a Sobeys. And so I don't know what these cost. I mean, I've seen the different planks for ranging between $10 and $50 depending on what they're made out of and their thickness. So I'm like, you know, we've never done grilling. I'd love to do some grilled fish on one. Just wasn't going to spend that kind of money on a piece of wood. So I got it for $1.75. And it tells you how to use it for either the barbecue or the oven. So I wasn't, because I'm like, well, we're not really using our barbecue, but when it says you can use it on the oven, I'm like, oh, that's perfect. I will buy some salmon and I will grill some salmon on this in the next couple of weeks. I have to say next couple of weeks because I don't know what we're doing. You know, it's so hard to know. And then I have a stack of vinyls here, and their vinyls are, I believe they're $6. I'm just going to double check. Yes, their vinyls are $6 each, and I bought 9 of them. I didn't really check the condition because I'm like, you know, the few I checked looked really good. Like, not many scratches on any of these. I got this one here. So this is the original soundtrack album for Thoroughly Modern Millie, which I love this movie, with Julie Andrews and Carol Channing. So I just thought it'd be so cool to have, you know, like the soundtrack on a vinyl. And I'm just trying to find a year because I cannot remember what year this movie came out. And that is so odd. I'm not seeing a year at all on... Probably be a year to be in such tiny print. I'm not going to be able to find it. Anyways, and I love the brightness of it. It's just... And then, oops, I'm knocking stuff over. I found this one, and this is another, like, I did a lot of soundtracks are the best things if you're not sure what to get for vinyls. You're not sure, like, you know, I like to do the soundtracks. So this is the original Broadway cast recording of Hair. So this is, again, I'm not seeing a year on these. It's like, it's gonna bug me why I can't find a year. I'll have to figure out, but I'll have to figure out where to find the year. And then I got another soundtrack, and this one is for Dr. Zhivago. And if I open it up, it has pictures from the movie. And I kind of like that. Let's see if I can pull. Ooh, bonus. Record looks in good condition, and it's got a whole bunch of advertising for their other records. That's a really cool thing, because now I get some pictures and names of other artists to try to find. Should put this back in here. And then I have, like I said, like I have a few people, you know, actresses I really like. And so I found the soundtrack for My Fair Lady. And again, I don't remember what years these came out. And then what record, actually, maybe I'll do that one last, because I'll do this one second last, just because I've got one more, should be, this one. Okay, I'll do it this way. I thought these were in the other order. I guess I kind of, this one here is a double feature one. So it has, should be 2 records. And, what? There is no record. Uh-oh. There is no record. I'll have to go back. It's supposed to be a double feature of 3 Little Words and Annie Get Your Gun. And there is no record. Okay. Set that aside. That's what I thought I always double check. Now I'm going to have to double check that all these have the records, because I thought I had double checked. Somehow I missed that one. I think it was just the thickness of the package. Okay. Well, I found this one. This is the Leo Tolstoy's War and Peace. And then I found a Nat King Cole. And this one here, the women, when I had this, they thought this one sounded so funny. Jazzercise. So it's your album to listen to while you're jazzercising. It says it includes a 20 by 40 poster, but obviously the poster is not in there. I just had to check. And then this is the one I'm like, everybody needs at least one of these in your record or vinyl collection. And of course it is Bing Crosby's Christmas. So again, so I just thought this was a nice one. So that is everything. Looks like I'll be making a trip back to the thrift store today because I didn't even notice. I've always tried to double check when I'm buying things. I always check that you're buying, like if it's video games, CDs, cassettes, records, I always make sure that those items are in the case before you buy. So I'll have to see what they will do. Maybe I can just exchange it for a different album. So I guess I'll call my mom and see if she wants to go shopping with me. Okay, so I'm going to say even with the 6 records, just because I'm not going to, or the 9 records, I mean, $6 each. So I spent, it was $54 on the vinyls, which is not bad. I mean, if I were to go into Sunrise Records, the records start at about $45 for one. So if you take that minus the one, yeah, I got 8 vinyls for the price of one. Like I said, I will see what they will do for me about that one. So my total was $77.75, $3.89 for GST. Rounding for pennies, I paid $81.65. And then, like I said, we were actually out shopping because my brother and his wife are expecting their first baby. So I have a nice large washer and dryer. So the stuff we got is at my house for me to wash and dry and make look nice. So I might as well do this. So I got this nice quilted or knitted baby blanket. It's actually a really good size. I mean, I think it would fit good, like laying down in a crib. And it was $2. Oh, they actually wrote the size. So it's 24 by 36 inches. So yeah, it's a good crib size little blanket for $2. Nice neutral colors. Oh wait, no, there's a couple things. Hey, some of this is actually, oops. Oh, these are Value Village. Okay. I'm gonna have to pause for 1 second. I didn't realize that this was a mix of 2 stores. All right, I didn't quite realize that it was just all in the bag, kind of mixed together. So this is all Missions Thrift Store. So I'll do the blanket and the baby clothes. So then there's this cute little, oops, holding it upside down, little sleeper with the crayons. So cute. So this little sleeper was $2. And then all these little undershirts were all $1, but look how cute they are. They're all just different sizes, between 3 months to, I think there was an 18-month one, or I guess it really doesn't matter. Little undershirt, another little undershirt, little undershirt. These are just some little simple basic ones. This one, and this one here, and just a little gray one, and another one with some little animals on it. So I think there was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 of these, and they were $1 each. Like I said, I didn't buy this stuff, so this was a mix of, you know, other people. My mom, my sister-in-law had purchased. So it was 8, 10, so $12 plus the GST. So you're looking at $12.60 for this little pile of sleepers and that blanket. And now all of the rest of this stuff here was all bought from Salvation Army. Or no, not Salvation Army. We didn't get a chance to go to Salvation Army. That was the one we didn't have time to go to. These are Value Village, I mean. So there's this nice soft blanket here. This side and this side is so super soft. And this blanket, where's the price tag? Oh, there it is. $2.99 for a nice little baby blanket. Oops, is that a loose thread? Oh, kind of a loose thread. And then a baby towel, a little hooded baby towel. We've got little animals all over it, and it was $2.49. And we've got one of these nice big soaker pads here. It's nice. It's the vinyl waterproof on one side, and then a nice soft velvety type feel. Where is the price? So here it is, $2.99. So that is like a really good deal for $2.99. And actually has a name, and the name is PP Go. And it still tells you how to wash, which is really important to know how to wash certain items. And there's this, is a really nice, almost like it's like brand new, the mattress protector, the crib mattress protector. Again, it's so soft on this side, and it's waterproof lined on this side. And it covers the mattress, so it goes around, it will stay on. And I just saw the price, and now I don't see it. Where did it go? The tag. Shoot. You know, when you're holding these things up and you're trying to open it, you see the price tag, and then you lose where the price tag is. So this was $4.99, and like I said, it is like brand new. Oh, and then there's another one of those soaker pads, the same one, you know, again, $2.99. These are really good to have for, you know, babies right through till they're like potty training anytime. And it was, yeah, $2.99. I'll just do a quick count. 3, 6, 11, 13. How much was this one again? 16, yeah, $16.50 plus GST. So under $20 for one. We got 2 soaker pads, a nice blanket, the crib mattress protector, and a baby towel. And I will say $20 will probably buy you the one blanket. You could probably get this one little baby blanket for about $20. So it is good to go looking, and we couldn't really find a lot when we were looking. And then because it's my job to wash all this stuff, I told my husband, I said, yeah, because we've got the good washer dryer. Everybody else has, like, you know, almost pay for a washer and dryer depending where they're living. So last night, me and my husband, we went to Superstore, and my husband bought this. So it's the Ivory Snow, and it's stage 1 for newborns. I recommend always using the Ivory Snow for babies up to the age of 3. I always did. I always washed all my kids' stuff with the Ivory Snow until I ran out of it. Basically, you know, my youngest, you know, however old she was when we finally ran out of it, you know, like when they were past potty training stages, things like that. I always washed with the Ivory Snow. Now, I've never used liquid detergent, so this is going to be a new thing for me. I'm used to using, my kids, I use the Ivory Snow Flakes in the little box. They don't sell powdered detergents anymore. It's very hard to find. Everything is liquid. So I'm going to have to read how to use it, but that's just going to be, you know, a fun thing for me to do to get all these baby items sorted and washed in the proper loads. But I have, like I said, like, that's what my mom says, I've got the machine where I have the gentle cycle. I can do, like, you know, all those different settings. I will figure out which setting is best for baby clothes. And I think that is everything. Yeah, so this was $10. That's what I meant to say. 9 something, so about $10 for this. They had the larger one, and it was about 20 bucks, which would probably be the better deal. It was this says 32 loads or 1.36 liters. The other one was more than double this. I think it was about almost 3 liters, I think. I don't know. I'd have to recheck it, but it did more loads. But for the few things I've got to wash, I just went with the small one. And I think that is everything from the last couple days that I've got. So again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels and watches my videos, and I will see you in the next ones. Bye.